Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Legend of Hero Trails in the Sky. Today we're going to the Asmalis Tower, which we've been to before, and I'm thinking I might just go ahead and meet you guys at the top of the tower, because we did that whole tower thing before. It wasn't for any other reason than, well, we were in the area and I was like, well, we came here before, I wonder if there's any treasure up there. And we ended up getting a tin staff, which was dope. That was only like 3 or 4 episodes ago. Wait, 3 or 4 episodes ago. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I guess I'll just meet you guys like when we get to the top of the tower, unless something happens. Like if I'm going through the tower and like a cutscene happens, then I'll just cut to that. Speaking of which, literally the first screen of the tower cutscene. Wow, this tower's really tall. I wonder how many floors it has. 5, 6. Yeah. Last time we were here, we only made it as far as the second floor, but judging from this, that's a lie. Estelle, you are a liar. But judging from the scale, I'd say it's probably about 5 or 6. There should be 5, at least. That's what it said in the book at home. It was investigated some time ago, but it looks like it was abandoned after that. That reminds me, it seems like there are a number of other towers in this, like this in Liberal. That's correct. There are towers similar to this one in Bose, Runen, and Zeiss regions. They all seem to have been built around the same time that Liberal Kingdom was founded. Is that so? I think I'm starting to feel the history already. My job this time is to uncover the truth about them. Dorothy, give me a few long-angle shots at this place. Sure. She's gonna drop her camera, isn't she? Here we go. Dots. Amazing. Is a photographer's personality supposed to change by taking a camera in the hand like that? She certainly looks like a pro. Dots, 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 dots. She didn't take the lens off, did she? Oh, she's sleeping. Snork. Ow! That really hurt Neil. Or Niall? Whatever the hell your name is, Niall. This happens every time you try to take a picture like that. Quit trying to act professional and just give me a shot using your usual style. I guess I shouldn't try to tone down my style just to look good. I guess I'll have to do it in my own way. Oh, looking good, looking good. Now that's what I call sexy and cute. Here we go, say cheese. I don't get it. Why is she doing that when she's not taking photos of a person? Somehow it seems natural for her. She says that she can see the expression of the scenery, whatever that's supposed to mean. And believe it or not, she takes some pretty breathtaking pictures acting all ridiculous like that. I guess it could be coincidence, what we consider a type of genius. The kind that borderlines is insane, though. Wow, people are sure never what they seem. Yeah, people are sure never what they seem to be. Okay, I'm all done here. All right then, let's get inside. We're headed to the roof. I'm counting on you two greenhorns. You just leave it to us. We won't let any monsters lay a single paw on you. Maybe. Please make sure to keep close behind us. Oh, imagine if we did that chest encounter with these two here. That probably would not have gone well. Those guys like self-destructed. Alright, same strategy as before. Meet you guys up at the top, probably. Surprised she doesn't want to take a picture of this tree. Anyways, we should be at the roof now. Yep. Wow, it's bright out here. Estelle, we've been here before. It looks like we finally made it to the rooftop. Would you look at the beautiful scenery? Now this is something else. And it looks like we were able to get a better shot than I had originally anticipated. Now that's the thing I was telling you about earlier. I wonder what that's supposed to be exactly. It looks like a giant ornament-operated cauldron, if you ask me. According to my sources, it's some sort of ancient device. Although nobody seems to know what exactly it's used for. Hey Joshua, did you know something like this was up here? Dots. Joshua? It's no use hiding. I think it would be wise to come out here where we can see you. Please don't hurt me. I'll come out already. I'll come out right now. Who is this guy? So somebody arrived before we did, huh? What a surprise that was. Nice find, Joshua. And you are? I apologize. Please forgive me. I'll give you every last mare I have. Please spare my life. Look here, buddy. Please don't mistake us for some robbers or something. You do recognize this emblem, don't you? Wait, isn't that a bracer guild? So you're trying to tell me that you're bracers? In the flesh. I'm Estelle, and this is Joshua. And we're here as reporters for the Liberal News. We're having these to provide our escort so we... What? We're having these to provide our escort so we can get coverage of the tower. Sure. Did he just shrink? That was weird. He like stepped forward onto the path and he like shrunk. Maybe it was the lip for the pathway. I'm relieved to hear that. Please don't ever scare me like that again. The fact that you came here like that made me suspicious of all of you. Look who's talking. You seem like quite the suspicious fellow yourself. Do you mind telling us who exactly are you? I apologize for my belated introductions. My name is Alba, and I am an archaeologist. I came to investigate the tower in order to further my research of ancient civilizations. All alone? I'm surprised you made it here in one piece. Somewhat, but actually I've grown quite accustomed to investigating ruins like these. You see, I've got a lot of confidence in my ability to flee from monsters if need be, although this time I found myself in a bit of a pickle. You are one crazy scholar if you ask me. However, being an archaeologist would mean that you're familiar with the tower's origins, right? Well, more than the average person anyways, but somehow I'm only just begun my investigation. There's still a lot of things I don't know myself. That's fine, but if there's anything interesting you could tell us about this place, it'll be used for an article. Let's see. Has anyone heard of the Septorians before? I think Father Divine may have said something about that before. You mean the 7 treasures endowed with the power and bestowed upon the ancients of Adios? Adios? I don't know. Adios? That's exactly what I'm referring to. It seems these ancients rule the earth, seas, and skies using the powers of these treasures. I want these treasures so I can rule the earth, seas, and skies. It's been written that they were even able to unlock the secrets of time and life. Approximately 1,200 years ago, when this ancient civilization was destroyed by a mysterious calamity, the Septorians were also lost. That is the legend also recorded in the scriptures of the Septon Church. But what does this have to do with this tower? A part of the legend state that one of these Septorians slumbers somewhere within Liberal. Its name is Oriole, probably. The Oriole? That word certainly has a strange ring to it. Yeah, most of the words I've been reading recently have a weird ring to it. If the legend is really true, I figured I might be able to find some clues here at the tower, since it's one of the oldest ruins in all of Liberal. So I came out to investigate. Aw, what an inspiring story! It is, isn't it? I can feel my passion for antiquity, right? You can feel, okay. This is splendid. I'm overjoyed that there is someone else who understands the way I feel. So did you find any of those clues you were looking for? I'm still working on that part, but if I can figure out how this device works, I might be able to do I might be onto something. I think that's an interesting story. As it stands, it's speculative. It's a speculative one. From what you told me, I'm sorry to say it wouldn't fly as an article. I see. That's extremely disappointing to hear. I'm surprised myself. Contrary to my expectations, you are serious about articles you write. That's because I can't write articles based on uncertain news sources. We may run the occasional gossip column, but it's a policy of the Liberal News to verify our information. That aside, let's get what we came here for, shall we? Dorothy, I want you to get several panorama shots of the Roland region. Everything else I'll leave up to your aesthetic touch. Now get out there and get me some good pictures. Understood. Your apprentice Dorothy Haight is ready for action. Hyatt? Probably Hyatt, right? As for you, Mr. Archaeologist, how about heading back to town with us when we're done here? These 2 kids may look like a couple of brats, but they do a pretty fine job as escorts. Something about the way you said that makes me feel like it wasn't a compliment. If it's alright with you to have me along, then that's far more than I can ask for. And I guess it's decided. So how about we take a break until Dorothy finishes getting her shots? So like, is there no boss? I'm assuming there's gonna be a boss or something, or he's gonna activate this device. Because he said something about being able to flee monsters, and then like, he said something he was in a bit of a pickle, right? Wow, the view is great from here. From this height, I can see all Roland. What scenery, with scenery this good, if someone turned this place into a tourist spot, they'd probably make a boatload of Mara. Yeah, you're probably right about that. What's wrong? You look a little pale. I can't hide anything from you, can I? After we stepped onto the roof, I started feeling a little woozy. Are you gonna be okay? Yeah, I think I'll be alright once I get a bit of fresh air. What? You're outside getting fresh air right now, dog. You afraid of heights? Why don't you make the best of this opportunity and have a look around yourself? But broadening one's knowledge during a time like this is all part of the being a racer. If you come across anything of interest, then you can tell me about it later, alright? Sometimes you can be such a smooth talker, you know that? Alright, I'll have a look around, but if you start feeling any worse, let me know, okay? Sure. So he's either afraid of heights, worried about something about that story, or he has a crush on Abel. Oh, Estelle, this place is wonderful, isn't it? I'm even starting to wonder if the number of photo courts is going to be enough. The scenery sure is great like you say. By the way, what's a photo quartz? It's an ultra-thin crystal circuit fabricated from septum. It's set up so that you can take a photograph by burning it with light. That's just what I expected from a cameraman, someone who knows the tools of the trade. Teehee! That reminds me, what's the deal with Joshua? Well, he says he's getting some fresh air. A raven-haired young man standing silently in the flowing breeze. Nope, someone has a crush. I think I could take a really good picture with that kind of setting. You think he'd let me snap a shot of him if I asked? He doesn't seem to be a fan of that kind of stuff. Just do it anyways. I think he'd probably turn you down. Aw, what a waste. He's probably just shy, right? I mean, maybe. You could just take the picture of him. Oh, I know. If Joshua doesn't want to pose for a photo, then how about you, Estelle? Would you mind if I took your photograph? Who, me? What do you want to do with a picture of me? Well, you're cute, and I feel this strong aura emanating at it from you. You might even be able to grace a cover of a magazine. Oh, pass. No matter which way I think about it, it's just not my style. I feel like I just got dumped. Oh, you can take a picture. It's okay. Which one do we want to talk to first? Yeah, let's talk to you first. That's because I've forgotten your name. Niall. Oh man, the taste of a cigarette is wonderful. At first I wasn't in the mood to come and do a story in a rural place like Roland, but sometimes these types of places aren't so bad. If you want to be rude like that, then maybe you shouldn't have come at all. No can do. This was a direct order from the editor-in-chief to teach that blockhead girl a thing or two. Otherwise, I'd be all over the kingdom searching for the latest scoop right now. When you say scoop, don't you just mean gossip for your next article? Not that I have anything against gossip, but reportage is predominantly greater, okay? And in that sense, a place that has my interest peaked is Bose. The Bose region? Did something happen there? A number of large burglaries have taken place one after another. The identity of the criminal is unknown, but it seems as though the group has got a pair of wings. Wings? Oh, I see, an airship, right? What are they, sky bandits or something? Ooh, like sky pirates? That seems to be the most logical conclusion. But there's also the possibility that they could be an imitative description of the Emborian Empire. What? That's impossible! We're supposed to have a peace treaty with them. Sure, but the Empire incurred some heavy losses during the war 10 years ago. They can't do much now that every other nation in the continent has their eye on them, but it could be a way to get back at us. That said, no one really knows for sure, which is why our job as reporters is to bring these things to light. The Royal Army has been reported to be making a number of new pushes as well. I'll tell you what, one of me is just not enough to cover all the news. What do you mean by new pushes? You see, there's a young smart apple in the War College, but it seems to be that he breathed a bit of new life into the understaffed and outdated Royal Army. I'd really like to figure out a way to get an appointment with that guy. But anyway, cigarettes are the way to go. Cigarettes are the way to go. No. I mean, dude, you do you. Also, your cigarette is bent in your picture, but you know, yeah, you just like, as someone whose nan is currently like in hospice because of like lung cancer, you know, not. Say, there are other habits you could probably form that are less damaging than that. Anyways, let's talk to Abel. Alba. Whatever your name is, Mr. Archaeologist. Oh, hi there, Estelle, was it? Is your partner feeling alright? Yeah, he said he just wants to get a bit of fresh air. I see, there's certainly a nice breeze up here, isn't there? I wanted to say, however, that I'm impressed that both of you are bracers at such a young age. If I remember correctly, one must be at least 16 of age to qualify to become a bracer, right? You sure know your stuff? And that's right, I'm exactly 16 myself. How nice it is to be young. There are limitless possibilities at that age. If I were about 10 years younger, I'd solve the mystery of all these ruins, all ancient ruins across the entire continent with these very hands. How old are you? The entire continent, huh? That's a pretty tall order. Which means that you're not from Libo, right? No, I was born in the north. But just for the record, I am not from Erebonia. You don't have to worry about that. Although I hate war with a passion, the hatred isn't directed at the people of the Empire. You lost someone dear to you? Yeah, my mother. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up any painful memories. It's okay, it happened more than 10 years ago. And since then there's been a new addition to the family. Oh, you mean that boy over there? Yeah, he's like a little brother. So he's younger than you. Although he's probably trying to act like more like an older brother. Okay. I wonder why I'm telling you all this. Usually this isn't the kind of thing a person tells others. It's perfectly fine. Aren't good relations such a wonderful thing? I mean, I guess. I'm assuming he's 16 then, and not, I'm assuming maybe he might be 17, but she seems to think he's younger, so maybe he's younger? Or that just might be the way she's treating them? I don't know. By the way, Professor, did you learn anything new about the tower? Unfortunately, no. I'm still as puzzled as I was before I came up here. It seems like I'll need to do a comprehensive investigation of the other towers. By other towers, you mean the 3 towers outside the Roland region, right? Yes, that's right. The Emerald Tower in the Bose region, the Sapphire Tower in the Runan region, and the Carnelia Tower in the Zeist region. Zeist region? Maybe, yeah. It seems as though all these towers were built at around the same time as the Esmeralda region. Oh my god, they're all based off, like, gems. This is the Emerald one. You're definitely knowledgeable on the subject, that's for sure. Investigating is fine and all, but do you try and avoid the dangerous bits? And I know it'll cost you a little, but you might want to consider hiring a bracer as an escort next time. Unfortunately, being a poor scholar doesn't always leave me with the necessary funds. Like, maybe get a job? Or sell your robe? Anyone else to talk to? Are you still feeling sick, Joshua? No, I'm much better. I should be good to head back when everybody's ready. I'm relieved to hear that. What brought this all on us, anyways? I doubt it was lack of oxygen in the tower because the rest of us are all right. Maybe it was the sudden fear of heights. I don't think so. Estelle, Joshua! Are you finished taking pictures? You bet I am, and I got a lot of good ones too. Then it looks like we're done here. How about we head back to town? Alright, Greenhorns, lead the way. I'm counting on you kids. Do I actually have to walk back, or are you just gonna bring us back? You're just gonna bring us back. How very kind of you. Thank you so much for the escorting me back here. This is the first time I've ever been able to make it back from some ruins without being chased or bitten, or... I don't know how to begin to express my appreciation. You don't need to thank us, it's our duty as bracers. I think you'd be better off hiring some bracers to begin with next time you go off to investigate some ruins. My head says yes, but my wallet says no. I'll try and save up a bit though. Well, have a wonderful day, and I hope we can all meet again. I think it's time we said goodbye as well. I was a bit nervous at first, but you kids did a fine job. Let me just say thank you to the both of you. That's what I like to call raw skill. Now don't get all cocky on me. The bracers I know would make you two look like little fledglings not ready to leave the nest. You're gonna need to work harder. I'll try to remember that. So are the two of you headed back to the company soon? No, we're gonna spend a day or so relaxing here in Roland. I need to write up a rough draft for some articles and such. I'll head over to the Orbal factory and get these photographs developed. What? They develop? I mean, okay. I guess they're taken on a court, so... That makes sense, they develop photos, maybe? I don't know. That seems weird. Take it easy, you two. That does seem weird. I guess this is the last of the jobs we got from Dad. They were much tougher than I thought they'd be. No, they weren't. They were really easy. I agree with you there. I guess I'm the only one that thought otherwise. I feel like I have a greater awareness now about what it means to be a bracer. It's not just about fighting for justice. There you go again, saying all the right things. But yeah, I guess I get where you're coming from. It seems like we've got a long road ahead of us if we want to succeed in this profession. For the time being, why don't we report to the guild? That sounds like a good idea. Oh, but before we go, how are you doing? Still not feeling well? Thanks for asking, but I'm feeling a lot better. Do you have a crush on Dorothy? Maybe it's Cat Girl. I mean, Cat Girl kind of seems insane, so probably don't go with Cat Girl. How are we doing on our... Okay, we don't have fire, so we probably couldn't unlock anyone's stuff. How are we doing on recipes? I can make more part luck, huh? Sure. I have like... How many of those do I even have now? Probably a lot. 15. How much can I sell that for? I don't know why I'm going to the weapons store to sell friggin' potluck, but you know. Oh, for a second there, I thought that said 1,500 each, and I got really excited. I was like, "Oh, sweet mamma jamma, we're in the money." Still, though, that is actually a fairly good way to make some money. That if you look at it from that perspective, the monster carapaces drop fairly standardly. So, if you need it, man, go for it. Probably should sell some of this armor and weapon. I'm a little worried that we're gonna get to a point where it's like, you can craft now and you need these base items, kind of like... I don't know why, but every game since Final Fantasy IX, I've always been worried about that. Because of how they did synthesizing or custom weapon making in freaking Final Fantasy IX. I was just like... It has scarred me for the rest of my life when it comes to, like, freaking getting, like, selling items or selling weapons. Oh, yeah, apparently her name might be kind of pronounced Shara. Oh, Estelle Joshua. Shara, what are you doing here? This is a rare occasion, you're usually out and about. I just finished the jobs I took over for your father. And I was reporting to the guild. So you finished your load too, huh? Giggity? Somehow or the other, I guess. I heard from Aina that you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. I guess everything I went through to train the two of you amounted to something. Teehee, we're grateful too. Well, I guess we'll report in as well then. We gonna level up yet? 2,000 Mira, that's not bad. Hey, we are 7th ranked. We get Eagle Eye Quartz as a perk. Good work, you two. How about you, Charizard? I'm still gonna pronounce that one, Charizard. Don't you think they've done a fine job? For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job. Wow. But you shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours. Okay, I get it already. Great work, all of you. I'm surprised that you were able to fill the work gap left by Cassius so quickly. I wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now. I don't know. I can imagine that the downtime might be a bit of a drag. Well, that won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads and exterminating monsters. Hehe. It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. Alright, it's time for my reward. I'm going to drink until I can't drink anymore tonight. Estelle, Joshua, you two join me as well. 16! We have to watch you get plastered and make a fool of yourself? That sounds like fun, actually. Oh, so what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation? You get a lot of nerve to do something like that to your mentor. Well, what am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and try to stir up in public. In! We are in! Joshua, we're in! Joshua! Actually, and Estelle, we both need to talk about fun. Because you're ruining the fun right now. Agreed, it's pretty embarrassing. Charizard, just where do you think you're going to take these underage kids? Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. But if you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle. Really? Yep. Oh. Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence. What? Why me? Shara? Now hold on! Teehee, Joshua, you look like a fine companion. Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll break you in. Break me in? Alright, you big pervert, Joshua. Why are you drooling like that? It's not what you think. I'm just really hungry. We've got a major problem. Oh, it's the claws guy. Wheeze, cough, pants. Estelle, Joshua, Charizard. Am I glad to see you? Saved by the bell. What's wrong? Really, Joshua? I'm like, wrong timing. Anyways, what's wrong, sir? And why are you in such a hurry? This is terrible. My home, disaster, it's gone. What? Alright, calm down, Major Claus. Major Claus? Mayor Claus. Take a deep breath and let it out. Sure. Apparently, it seems as though my home was robbed while I was out. What? Dots. That's not being calm at all, Estelle. Okay, some of the game's lines are actually hilarious. I had something to speak with Father Divine about, so I was over at the chapel end. When I came home, it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door, so when I looked around, the rooms were in a state of great disarray. What? Wait, what about your wife and Lita? Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked in the attic room. That's a relief to hear. It's lucky no harm came to anyone. It won't get us anywhere but just by sitting around, so could you take us to the crime scene, Mayor Claus? Absolutely. I appreciate your cooperation. Wait for me, I'm coming too. Good idea. We may be able to be of some help. Well, if you insist. Anna? Yeah. We'll be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Ridge's shoulders. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway. Yes, I'll do that. And everyone be careful. Who's Ridge? Have I met this man? Wow, this place is an absolute mess. The crooks really tore through this place. How'd they unlock the safe? Well, they probably picked the lock, Chronos. Or had explosives. Yeah, you're right. Look at the safe. The septum, which was supposed to be given to Her Majesty the Queen, has been stolen. I'm really sorry, especially after having you go to all the trouble to bring it up here. It's not you who should be apologizing, the crooks who are in the wrong. By the way, how are the other rooms in the house? The other rooms, for the most part, appear to have been left untouched. It's the blue-haired girl! They're about as messy as the attic room, in which my wife and Lita were locked in. Estelle, Joshua, there's something I want you to do. Which is, I'll speak to the mayor about the incident. I want you to check out the inside of the house. You mean like an on-site investigation? Are you sure we're up to the task? Since we're all here, splitting up would be the best way to cover the most ground, no? Alright, we'll see what we can do. Proceed carefully and deliberately. Alright, Mayor Claus. How about we talk about talk in the parlor? Sure. Now, where to begin? So, Miner Man and Blue Girl? Josette? What was her name? Maybe? An on-site investigation, huh? I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach. How about we start with this room? And let's not forget to ask the witness for witness statements from the other residents. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, but that'll be next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, press like and below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you head over to my video section and check out some of the content and see if it's to your liking. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. This music.